time for our Pick 4 segment. We both went 1-3 last week. So Dennis, you're 5-7. I'm 4-8. If Matt Nagy would have told me he was going to have Justin Fields play from the pocket, I'd have given you as many points as you wanted. But I digress. All right, Browns are 2-point favorites on the road against the Vikings. So Browns -2 against the Vikings. Who you going with in the Browns game?
I'm going with the Vikes. I don't want to get yelled at by the worldwide audience here of Browns fans, but it's going to be close. And I think by doing this, by grabbing the 2, I can still win, the Browns outright because I'm a home dog. I just think the Vikings are better. I said it at the top of the show. They're better than 1-2. They could be 3-0. They're at home. They know Stefanski just as well as Stefanski knows them. So I think it's going to be a fight to the finish, and that's why I'm happy to take the 2 with the dog or the home dog.
I'm going to go with the Browns -2, and I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it's probably going to be on the high scoring side. The reason I like the Browns is I think the Vikings' run defense little suspect. If it comes down to a field goal, we know their kicker Greg Joseph has already missed a potential game winner. It was 36-yarder against the Arizona Cardinals.
We've got Chase McLaughlin.
Chase looked good. You can't talk trash with Chase after that. Again, it's a 1 week shot of confidence, but I'm going to take the Browns -2. All right. Buccaneers and Patriots. The matchup, Tom Brady against the Hoodie. And Buccaneers, 7-point favorites in New England. Who you got in that one?
Yeah, you know what? I'm taking the Buccaneers, laying the points. I see this as at least 10, maybe 14. Tampa Bay is ripping and snorting after that loss to the Chargers out west. The Rams out west. So they're really upset with themselves, and they're itching to get back in the win column. Meanwhile, the Patriots aren't that good. And so that combination doesn't even take into play or into account the whole Belichick versus Brady dynamic. This is truly the Buccaneers against the Patriots. And the Buccaneers have many more ways to beat the Patriots than the Patriots have to beat the Buccaneers. I don't care if it's Belichick Brady. I don't care if it's Brady versus McDaniels. I don't care that it's in Foxborough. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers -7.
Seahawks at San Francisco, 49ers 3-point favorites.
Yeah, I know it's dangerous to go against the Russ bus. A wounded Russell Wilson. Wounded psychologically. I'm not saying he's hurt right now. But, the Seahawks at 1-2, they've been tripped up in some bad ways for them. They blew that huge lead against the Titans at home. Then they lost in Minnesota, were handled by the Vikes in a comeback. After the Vikings came back to take the lead, they handled them. So you can't imagine, even with Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, that era seemingly on the downturn, you don't see them losing 3 in a row. But the 49ers are coming off a loss, a game they thought they should have had against the Packers that could have pushed them to 3-0. They're at home. I think the 49ers are better than the Seahawks, and so I'll take the 49ers minus the points.
Lions at the Bears. Bears are 3-point favorites. Who you got in that one?
Yeah, the Bears, this is a recency bias. The Bears look so bad and so disjointed against the Browns, and we're not exactly sure what their quarterback situation is going to look like. So I admit I'm a prisoner of the moment, recency bias, that the Bears looking so bad influenced me to take the Lions plus the points. And the fact that the Lions could have, and if the clock operator were on his game, should have beaten the Baltimore Ravens in Detroit. So I think the Lions are capable as long as the weather is decent, because when the weather's bad, Jared Goff just can't seem to grip the football. So if the weather's okay, I feel really good about my Lions pick, slight underdog at the Bears.
I almost went with that one, but I stayed off that. There's a couple more I like. So I'm going to go Washington football team -1 at Atlanta. I think Washington's defense dictates that game, and Antonio Gibson and McLaughlin and Logan Thomas, are tight end, do enough to beat the Falcons by at least 3. I'm going to go with the Rams -4 against the Cardinals. I'm not buying Arizona just yet, and I think the Rams are as good as advertised. Matthew Stafford looked really good beating the Buccaneers, and they have a number of offensive weapons for the Rams. So I'm going to go Rams -4 hosting the Cardinals. And then I was on the Ravens last week, which was a horrible pick against the Lions. Ravens +1 at Denver. And I know Denver's unbeaten, but Denver has not beaten a team who has won a game. They've beaten 3 0-3 teams. So I am going with the Ravens +1 in Mile High to get it done. So once again, D-Man, you have a 1-game lead. Neither one of us setting the world on fire, but we are good finishing pick guys. So we're looking for
a long season too, Dave.
That's right. We're looking for a strong week 4 here.